Touched on this the other day. I was talking about us making an impact. The Lord has really been working on my mind, working through me in terms of saying that we all have the ability to make an impact right where we are. Just because you don't have a big rock doesn't mean that you can't make an impact. This is what he's saying to me. We are so focused on the size of our rock that when we throw it in the water, we feel like it needs to make this big splash. And if it doesn't make a big splash, we're not throwing our rocks in the water. That means we are not taking the things that we have inside of us and sharing it with other people because we feel like it has to be at a certain level in order for us to share it. Now, I'm not saying that if you're not knowledgeable about something or you feel like you need to be a little more knowledgeable in order to speak to someone about it, I'm not saying do not prepare. I'm saying that with what you have, if you're speaking with somebody and they're at a level where they may need to be able to speak to you where you have that level of knowledge of where you currently are, don't hold back in that moment because you have a rock. Throw it in the water. You're going to make some sort of splash. You may not make the humongous splash where you're getting wet yourself when you throw it in there, but you will have a level of impact on that person in that moment, especially when you feel that leading of God in your life. He's leading you to say something. It's time for you to say something. And there's a lot of us that feel like there's a certain level that we have to achieve before we can go out here and do these types of things. The level is right where you are right now while you're working on yourself, right now while you're developing yourself. Working on yourself takes our entire lifetime, y'all. It's not a one and done process, or it's not 2 points or 3 point process where you're like, okay, now I'm at the level. What is the level? Let's really talk about it. What is the level that it's a level that you're really thinking that you have to be, but what about when you get to that level? So then you're going to try to get to another level and another level and another level. It's called life. We have a we have in our mind something that is something that we're going to continually aspire to get. Once we get to level 5, let's say, now we're going to want level 7, then we're going to want level 9, then we're going to want level 11, so forth and so on. So do not let you limit you by saying that you're not where you want to be. So therefore, you're going to withhold information that may be helpful for that person next to you. That person next to you is not by accident that they are in your company, that they feel comfortable enough to share some information with you. And with the information that they're sharing with you, you've experienced something similar. How did you get beyond it? Just start out simple by sharing how you got beyond where they are right now. And I guarantee you that what you may think is very small may make a huge impact on their perspective on how they're looking at what they're going through. But you'll never know it if you're hesitant, or if you're afraid, or you're feeling inadequate with the equipment that you currently have. Work with what you got. As you continue to go through life, you'll get more and more tools. You'll get more and more sharper. You'll get more and more in depth. You'll gain even more perspective to help even more people, or people at different levels of this overall process that we call life. But do not, and I repeat, do not limit yourself by saying that, man, I don't know, I really don't have much to contribute. We all have something to contribute. It just depends on where we are, or where we catch or find people in their process where we can help them the best. So don't hinder you or hinder somebody else by saying that you're not adequate with where you need to be, because you're right where you are where you are for a reason, and you're going to be able to help some people out. But if you decide not to help them out, then how helpful can you be?